So today I wanted to talk to you about ways that you can break into the fashion industry if you're interested. I have a huge stack of books and a magazine and some websites to talk to you about. That way, in case you're in high school or even in college already and you just don't know what you want to do and you like fashion and you kind of just want to see ways that you can break into it and learn about it, here are some of the ways that I think are really helpful and really great books to read. So I wanted to start out with a magazine. There are plenty of fashion magazines. You can get Vogue, Teen Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, Marie Claire. My favorite ones are Harper's Bazaar, Marie Claire, and maybe Teen Vogue. I've also had Elle. There's a lot of them, but this magazine in particular, this month, this is the newest Harper's Bazaar, I really liked, and I think it had a lot of great information in it. I think this is a really, really great piece in the magazine. So it shows you the history of Harper's Bazaar, nearly 150 years of what has made history in this magazine. So this is starting on 1947 with the bikini on the cover page, and then you go through 1867 for the Victorian style, 1920 to the little black dress, 1935 trousers, so kind of like when things were really played a big part in fashion, like the little black dress came into play, or 1943 with denim, or 47 with Dior's new look, 67 with the miniskirt. So this is a really, really great informational piece in the magazine. I haven't seen in a lot of them. So it just continues on the next few pages. I also think that this piece in the magazine, it's about Katharine Hepburn. Her niece wrote it, and I think this is really great too because I've been watching a lot of old films, and it just gives you a little piece of history in fashion. So now we have the fashion book, which has icons, models, photographers, actresses, just a lot of designers, people that influence fashion, and what their role was. This book is about the founder of Nasty Gal, Sophia Amoruso, and it just kind of tells her story of how she came from nothing, just selling online, vintage online on MySpace, and then to her own website, and then to finally get brick and mortar stores. So it's just a pretty interesting story and really motivating if you're a woman to take charge and do things for yourself. This is another book, and it's about Alexa Chung and just kind of her role in the fashion industry and her experiences. This is a really quick read, so she kind of has a lot of photos. Talks about icons here. So this is a new book that I got. It's like a comedy version of an encyclopedia for fashion. So it's really colorful and pretty. Just encyclopedia, but it kind of gives like funny definitions for the things. I bought it on Amazon for $4 used. So if you think it looks interesting, pick it up. It's pretty funny, some of them. This is a book by Nina Garcia about having good style. I wouldn't say like you have to follow it religiously. I just think that it kind of has a lot of great points, like be your own muse and kind of like don't follow the trends, dress for yourself, be confident, just some like rules that you should have, I guess. A lot of these apply to you if you're a little bit older. But one section I really like is style and films. So she gives all these films that showcase style in fashion. And I think that I've been really into old films, and I think that it's really interesting to go back and look at the old films and look at the fashion of the time and the icons of the time because they influence the world today. So this is just a book about Coco Chanel's life. There's also a film, Coco Before Chanel, that I've watched. It's about before she became this big known designer, but this book is just about her life, and she's a very important icon in fashion. She introduced jersey knits and the little black dress, the little black jacket, the tweed suit. Really just kind of started from nothing, started out making hats. She really hated the way women were dressing. They were so constricted with the corsets, and she really helped pave the way for fashion without corsets and really tight clothing that restricted you. This is a great book, especially if you're in high school and you're trying to figure out what you want to do, especially in fashion. It gives you accounts of all these different people. So you have designers like Rodarte, these sisters, Marc Jacobs. So it kind of tells about their story. And then you have the editors. So Amy Astley is the editor of Teen Vogue. And you have more of the Teen Vogue editors. Kind of their daily life. Goes into stylists. Makeup and hairdressers. Photographers, and also models. So this is a book about Grace Coddington. She was working for Vogue and then stepped down, but she's just an interesting person. She loves cats, she loves roses, came out with a rose perfume that I really want, and I just thought it was the book when you're involved in the fashion industry, you want to know who the people are. I just thought, I bought this on Amazon for a few dollars. Wasn't that expensive, maybe like $5 used. And I haven't read it yet, but I think it'll be a really interesting book. She always has these little doodles in here. And yeah, it's just another book that can kind of help you break through with who is who. Lastly, I think this book would be really helpful. It gives you a rundown from the beginning to present of what has been going on in fashion. What were the revolutionary designs that kind of changed the way we dressed. Poire was one of the big designers for couture in Paris in the 1800s to, he died in 1944. But he helped pave the way for the new styles of women. Just a few different things. Coco Chanel, so of course, like I said, she was played a big role in fashion to help change how women dressed. V&A revolutionized the bias cut. Ferragamo, Dior with his new look, the sportswear. This high-tech chic, and yeah, so this would be a really great book just to get yourself familiar with what's been going on in fashion throughout the decades. And I bought it at Barnes & Noble's for $20, but you could probably find things cheaper on Amazon, especially if you buy them used. I don't see anything wrong with buying a used book. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it helped you a little bit to give you some ideas of what kind of books would help you, and as for websites, check out Women's Wear Daily and Business of Fashion. Those are really great websites to just kind of get emails and updates of what's going on currently in the fashion industry. Business of Fashion and Women's Wear Daily, if something huge happens overnight, they'll send you an email and you'll wake up to, what went on last night, or whatever. So those are two websites I would recommend. Of course, you can always subscribe to the magazines to get their emails too, but they're a little bit more about what celebrities are doing. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this and I hope it helped you.